Join us in this episode where we dive deeper into the Bahamian depths in search of some underwater giants.
Bro, that might be a world record.
And we compare 3 traditional recipes for one hell of a cooker.
That's really good.
Yeah. G'day guys and welcome back. Now, following on from the last episode, Az and I are back together and exploring the beautiful Bahamas. It took us a little while to get used to the new weapons in the previous episode, but I think we've just started to get our eye in. And today we're hoping for some new delicious species. A big shout out and thank you to the legends that we're diving with today, Ryan Myers and Nick Bailey, who was very nearly bitten by a shark in the previous episode. So make sure you check out both the boys' channel as well, guys. Now, let's get straight into the action. Looks like there is a little shipwreck here right in the shallows, that dark shadow there. These are generally, when they're in the shallow water, a nursery for all sorts of fish, so we're going to jump in and check it out. This shipwreck is absolutely teeming with life. Although we see something that's not meant to be here. We love seeing the lionfish back home in Australia, but here in the Bahamas, they're a massive pest. And you're encouraged to take them out if you see them. Apparently they're pretty good chewing, so this one's coming home for dinner. We move out to some deeper water and start searching for some bigger fish. I land next to a very likely looking ledge. It's amazing how much life these little ledges can hold. Big fish and also plenty of crayfish or lobster in this part of the world. By flicking up a little bit of sand off the bottom, quite often you can get some curious fish coming in.
Boys have just spotted a big cubera in this tiny little pothole. What's in there?
Oh, there's a decent sized black groper. There's definitely one in there, but really deep in the cave.
I swim down with the spear loaded and stick my head up underneath the ledge. The first thing I notice is a few really nice crayfish. And then I spot the fish we were after, right at the back of the cave, beautiful black grouper. I just can't quite get the spear aimed up, it's just too long. I rearrange, let the spear fly, and just hope for the best. Thankfully, the boys are right there with me to help out and somehow manage to get the fish out.
Well done, man. That was an awesome shot.
So this is the black groper that the boys were saying is kind of the number one on the target list. And is this a medium-sized one, Ryan?
Yeah, this is a solid one. You know, it's not a giant by any means, but it's definitely like the best size to eat. It's good fish, man.
The guys had told us that this here was a prime environment for one of the most sought after fish, the black grouper. And seeing one at the back of a cave, I took a shot. But this dive was a prime example of why it pays to dive with a mate.
Well, I've shot a nice black groper, but it's quite big and deep in this ledge, and I didn't turn it quick enough. Hopefully we can get it out.
play second shot, we were both able to get that fish out and to the surface, landing my first black groper. I think I'm starting to like this whole pole spearing business.
Nice fish, bro. Cheers, guys. Great teamwork.
There you go.
That's what it's all about. Black grouper.
That's one of the fish I really wanted to get here in the Bahamas. It's meant to be one of the most sought after, the black groper, or grouper, if you're from around these parts. But yeah, beautiful fish, really nice diving.
Gonna be tasty, that one.
Yeah, it's gonna be tasty. I think we're gonna go back and have a cook up with everyone tonight.
Probably a good time to mention that, like the last episode, we've been given strict instructions to bring home a decent amount of fish to share with everyone back on the island. And on this dive, I spot a Nassau grouper, but as I'm getting closer, I notice something out the back. A mighty Cuda snapper. Our priorities quickly change and we've got our hearts set on this absolute beauty. So we're going drop for drop and trying to outsmart him. Az has just spotted the same fish. But he seems wary and keeps his distance. Upon surfacing, we see that Cuda has ducked underneath a little overhanging ledge and he thinks he's hidden. This could be our chance to sneak up on him.
Yeah! Oh mate, what a hunt. That was so good to watch.
Thanks, man.
Well done, man. That was awesome.
Phew, what a crazy fish. Beautiful Cuda snapper. We were playing sort of cat and mouse with this guy for maybe 30 minutes. He was moving between 3 different reef areas. We'd go down, lie on the bottom, we'd see him in the distance and he'd move on, and he'd move on, and he'd move on. But he eventually went up under one ledge and we could just kind of see his tail out the back, and I thought that was a good opportunity to get down behind him, sneak up where he couldn't see us, and right at the last second he turned, I managed to get a shot.
I want to let you in on something that we've been working on behind the scenes for the last couple of years. We've finally brought out a new back to basics range of merch. We think you're gonna like them. Jump on to b2badventures.com.au. There's limited stock. If you want anything for Christmas, for yourself, for loved ones, jump on now and check it out. See you there. Some of these underwater caves are quite huge and fun to explore, almost big enough that you could swim in. And I could see that right at the back of this one looked to be a huge lobster, king of the cave. I crawled my way slowly to the back to try and grab it, knowing well that these would be one of the most prized seafoods. I didn't realise it'd be quite this big. Very strong, bright red and orange colours. It's really like no other lobster I've ever seen.
Holy moly! Look at the size of this thing. Woo! Wow! That is the definition of a giant lobster.
Who's got who?
Yeah, I don't know who's got who right now. Someone help! Captain just told us that it's not actually lobster season at the moment, so fortunately this hasn't lost any legs. It's still in perfect condition, so I'm going to swim it back down and
put it in its ledge.
We returned it back to the same cave.
I was hoping for lobster for dinner, but just awesome to see such a big, huge, giant, perfect specimen. Yeah, that's special.
What kind of story does that lobster have to tell now?
What the hell happened?
As we're motoring to a new spot, we notice a heap of fish on the sounder. We jump in and there's a giant grouper waiting for me on the bottom. I take the shot, but he pulls the spear straight out of my hand and goes up under one of his potholes.
Oh my god.
Yes, boys. Well done, brother.
Bro, that might be a world record. That's the biggest one I've ever seen. The biggest one.
Oh my God, bro!
Oh man.
All right, what do you got there, brother?
Well mate, there's a bit of talk around that this might be a world record. Ryan on board once held the world record for this. It was then taken from him and he thinks this might retake it. What is
A red groper.
a red grouper. And beautiful fish, a lot of fun to hunt.
Well done, bro.
Swimming around in a totally new environment, trying a new style of spearfishing and seeing a whole heap of new species was like spearfishing for the first time all over again, and was a hell of a lot of fun.
Beautiful fish.
Got the new species, huh?
Yeah,
Yellow jack.
yellow jack.
Great to eat. Fantastic eating.
Awesome.
A trip to the Bahamas just wouldn't be complete without getting our hands on this next species. But you gotta be pretty quick.
This one has the big flare. This one does not. So this one would be too small. We're gonna let it go.
Big shark.
PB conch. Is that a good enough size?
Yes, that's perfect. And then if you get bigger ones, you trade out the small ones.
That's another really good size one.
Oh, it's sunset time, and it's the time of the day for a cook up. So we're going to come around the back of the island here and try and get a fire going.
What do you got there, mate?
I got a couple of conchs we found underwater before. We ended up with 6 of them, and Nick has been eating these since he was really young, and he's got a ceviche or some sort of a dish that he wants to do with it. So yeah, he's going to process them up now, and it's our job to get the fire going. So we're going to hand these over to him.
These 2 spikes right here, just go just above it, give it some hard hits, and cut the top where it latches on, and then you can come back in, grab this little piece here, and just yank it right on out.
There he is.
Oh, dude.
Wow.
Check that thing out. You see that little noodle? It's called the conch pistol.
Yeah? Oh,
Just like a noodle.
yuck.
Your first conch pistol ever, bro.
I believe it's a rite of passage, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, what's this? Just like a bit of a jelly noodle of the sea.
Bro, get it.
That's really delicious.
Bro, it's pretty good.
I wish I had a bowl of them with a bit of soy sauce. Yeah, that's great.
The plan, mate?
I was gonna throw the fish on directly onto the coals, but I thought we'd raise it up slightly and slow cook it a little bit. So I've broken a few of these she oaks. This should do the job in keeping that fish cooked evenly. And the reason I've gone for these green branches is that they won't burn all the way through. There's sap in them. They should allow for the whole time that the fish is getting cooked to keep it off the fire.
Now guys, we're in for a bit of a treat here because the 3 different channels are all doing a different dish. We're gonna have a bit of a seafood buffet. So the Back to Basics guys, led by Aaron, he's sort of our captain today. He's doing the hogfish straight on the fire. Nick Bailey is doing those a conch salad. We haven't seen a salad the whole time we've been in the US, so most of the salads we've seen consist of like Doritos or chips. So deep fried. We'll be interested. We're interested to see how that plays out. And Ryan Myers, Spearfishing, one of the best spear fishermen in the world, is slaving away in a hot kitchen there. We're gonna have a bit of a taste test as things progress and see who prepares the best dish.
How are we going to cook up our dish, mate?
Oh mate, it's a bit of a new recipe we're going for. Just gonna gut the fish and throw it straight over the coals. It's a new method, you probably haven't heard it or seen it before, especially on this channel. But it's an absolute crowd favorite and it works every time, especially if you've got a fish that's got thicker scales like these do. They tend to lend themselves really well to getting cooked on the fire.
How long do you reckon, mate?
Oh, we'll just keep an eye on it, but probably check it in like 5 or 6 minutes. It's pretty hot at the moment. And then, yeah, we'll just turn her over on the other side for 5 or 6 minutes and hopefully everyone's happy.
So we've just found out Ryan Myers, one of the best spear fishermen in the world. He's got a bit of a hidden hobby. Check this out. He's a bit of a treasure hunter.
Well, guys, so far I got the trifecta. Got a bottle cap, fishing weight, and a pop top.
Treasure!
Keep looking. Just keep working your way around, and you go with the green.
And there you have it. You can already see the shell. And all we got to do is put a little hole to get that God's juice out.
There you go.
There you have it.
Fill it with rum, and we're good to go.
How's it going back here, bro?
Bro, it's going really good. I've also discovered that 5 conch makes about enough conch salad for about 10 people.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a lot of meat there, man.
The sharks must like the scraps of that conch. I just had the drone in the air. I hadn't realized, but look how many are down there, man. A lot of these guys are what we call a tawny nurse shark. They don't have the teeth. But there's a few of the bigger ones are actually a lemon shark. They do have some teeth and you really got to look out for those ones. This one here.
The lighter color. Big lemon, bro, that one.
Yeah.
There's one huge one, eh?
The hogfish is well and truly done. Pretty well, hey?
Perfect, man.
Look at that.
Nice.
All right, we are about to do the taste testing for the competition. The guys are giving us a little bit of a hard time, actually. We're pretty simple-minded, pretty simple here. The American team they've got plastics full of seasoning, they've got paper towels and oil and all sorts of contraptions over there, a gas stove and whatnot. Interested to see how the tastes compare.
Mate, everyone's been talking up the hogfish like it's the best fish in the ocean. So I didn't want to put anything else with it. I wanted to try it as it was from the ocean.
Is that the American salad, is it?
Yeah, I believe this is a part of Nick's salad with the conch.
What have you got, Nick?
Bro, check them out.
Oh, wow.
Spicy, not spicy.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Epic conch salad.
We should never have doubted you, bro. That looks amazing. Well done. We're just waiting on Ryan, are we?
Always.
Ryan Myers in the beach kitchen. There he is.
There he is.
Coming.
All right, guys, so since there were no rules in this catch and cook, we all got to choose what we wanted to make.
Wow.
I chose crunchy grouper nuggets, which simply cannot be beaten by char-grilled hogfish or raw snail. So,
Raw snail.
honestly, I'm not really worried about the outcome of this catch and cook competition. I think I've already won.
Well, that's quite satisfying.
Wow. Whoa.
Nice. Who's up first? Back to basics?
Yeah, we're gonna go the hogfish first. Nick, please lead the charge, Captain.
Well cooked. Small
Nice,
amount
man.
of sand in there.
Well, as your first time eating hogfish, man.
Yeah, it is. My first time spearing a hogfish. Yeah, it's really tasty. You can taste the little bit of fatty flavour
Yeah,
through it.
guaranteed.
Yeah. That's a really tasty fish,
a good
guys.
fish.
Yeah.
Nick, give us a rundown of these two. What'd you make?
Both conch salad.
So what's cool is these
Thanks,
are
Graham.
completely raw, but they were cooked in lime and lemon juice.
That's a lot more tender than I thought it was going to be.
Bro.
Yeah. That's really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, that's one of my favorite things to eat right here. This is like,
Yeah.
I've been eating this since I was a little kid over here, and it just never gets old.
It's a special dish. Oh, it's really tasty, man.
Shall we do nuggets?
Yes.
Yes, we should.
Okay, grab a nugget, guys.
Hey,
Now this is the standard grouper nugget. Oh, simple,
Mm.
easy, fast, and hearty. Like couple ingredients, and
That's super satisfying.
yeah,
man.
you got
Thank
food. Like you're gonna get full off of that.
Yeah. Oh,
All right,
amazing.
I bet it's your turn right now. Hop in,
Yeah,
bro.
come on, Strip.
yeah.
I'm not sure I can split a winner here, guys. I think I'll have to call it a dead heat all round, but what an epic seafood buffet. Thanks for joining us on this episode, guys. If you like this vibe, if you like what we're about, check out the other boys' channels. You're gonna love what they do. We'll leave the links in the description. Thanks for joining us.